Yeah, when Candy started taking this apart, we started wondering how it even held together to get it here. The siding was good and the interior paneling was good, but oh my god, the rot in between is crazy. It looks like a ghetto trailer. All the windows are out. So here, doing the before and after. It's got a lot of space. But yeah, the floor is, it looked pretty good when we first drove it here. But yeah, it's pretty rotten. Okay, I'll take the fridge out next, and the furnace, and the sink, and the toilet, and the cupboard, and then it's Shiver Me Timbers. It's pretty windy today. I better go just in case. Who knows? It's kind of a cool art look. I think that'd make a cool looking cafe. Yep. So, it's new beginnings. So I'm never bored, but I kind of got bored, and Candy had these really nice chairs that are made out of cast, I think, and the wicker's all out of them. And I found some stuff at the Restore. So I found this material at the Restore, and macrame thread, and I thought that would work. This stuff is pretty strong. Then it looks like the metal mesh, so I thought that'd be great. So all I did was put this on here with wire and cut it out, and then just hold it in place with some wire. And then I took the macrame string and I did a double loop bottom, a single loop side, and a baseball glove stitch on the top, just to give it some variety. And the first one is not bad, but now that I know how it works, I will have a different method, and I think I'm gonna leave strings like this on the bottom, and then when I make the cushions for on top, I'm going to use this material and put loops on the back so you can tie them in place. So they're going to look pretty good. Yeah, and it'll match the chair in here. Finally to the good part. It was an unsightly sight a little while ago, like a hurricane hit it. Yeah, so actually I should go back here, and still all this to get rid of. Candy spent a few days pulling all that out, and then once it comes down, now I step in, and yeah, and then we got this full trailer full of debris. Yep, but it's at the point now where it's doable. Once this floor is ripped off, then the frame will get painted like last year. And then it's fun. This is not fun, especially with mouse poop and insulation and dust and rotting. When we pulled the hide-a-bed out of here, it was like compost. As you can tell, it's so rotten. It looked good on the outside with the vinyl, but inside and everything was really rotten, just falling apart. The only thing good was a few pieces of tin, but it was just for the frame, and the frame is really good. Alright, that's a wrap. Yeah, I like the way that one turned out. several times for the seat cushions. Yes, looks good. Looks really nice. The backs, sweet. I finally got to moving some of the lettuces around yesterday. Give them some space to breathe. It took a little while to get all the weeds out. Look at that bunch in the middle. They're doing good. I started this a bit too. Beans can breathe now. I just gotta do the rest of that. It got so hot yesterday, and I gotta get some of these other plants into this part. These guys, they're a little overwatered and outgrowing those spots. And take a look at the frame. We got the floor off. That's pretty good. It's well built. This is the best part, and the only reason for this trailer is this bed. Even the galvanized metal underneath is pretty good. Last time we put some plastic, hard plastic underneath there. This time we just got to cut off some of the edges that have some holes through it. But this is a pretty old trailer. I think it late 70s or something, but it's super well built. You can see how thick it is. Just needs to be pressure washed. It's solid. Yeah. It's gonna work perfect for what I need it for. Yeah. I think it's even a little more beefy than my other trailer bed. Once that was painted, it looked like brand new. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's about 21 feet. The other one's about 26 feet or 28 feet, I'm not sure. And they'll go side by side. Yeah, so that'll be positioned right here. Right up to the pipe. And then there'll be a little space here, which is good. This will be cleaned up and there'll be a nice walkthrough. So from about here to the end is where it's going to sit. I'm very excited about that. And then I got to clean this up and make it look like brand new. And it should be a nice stove to put in there. It's made really well. It's pretty rusty right now, but it just needs to be scrubbed and put some high heat paint on it and give it a new liner, this stuff, and the door has to be fixed up a bit, but it's a pretty well made stove. Yeah, so that's the whole reason for the second trailer. It's just for this wood stove. And we started putting this second canopy frame up. It's about 15 feet long, maybe 16, just to have room for building supplies and be able to maybe do some stuff outside of the sun. And I have to tackle this. This is a big pile of wood with nails in it. Yeah, so as you can see, I have my work cut out for me, but there's enough pieces salvaged here to build a trailer bed floor. But as you can tell here, every 2 feet is 2 nails to pull out, and they are our dog's nails, I guess. So they take a really good crowbar to pull them out. Some pieces, there's hardly any nails. So I think there's about 15 boards that have about, I don't know, some of these boards are 12 feet long or something. So they have about 12 nails on them, each one. Yeah, it's just the heat. I don't mind taking them out. I can go for about 2 hours before I get super tired and my back hurts. Whew, okay. And then, of course, there's always other jobs to do. And we get a good dent in the firewood pile. Half the shadows filled. Do a little, an hour or two every. We only did that for about 4 days. A couple hours. But well, in between, we just keep changing up the jobs. But I always say, firewood is gold. Yay! This just makes my heart happy. It's gonna look so nice when I'm finished. Yeah, it's worth it. My one big celery died, but all these babies here are coming up. And lots of lettuce. I was looking in the grocery store, and a head of lettuce is selling for about $4. So times that by how many are here. And then all these gotta go in too. That's a good investment. And speaking of good investments, last night I sat here with the fan going. Oh my god, it was hot. I sat here from probably I would say probably a good 6 hours concentrating on getting this up and going. And now we'll see. I'm going to boot this up and show you what I was doing. So yesterday I set up Candy's business. I picked a picture because Candy's always wearing a cowboy hat in the country. And this is the lead capture page. And I got a cool website address, Road to a New Start for Candy. And I went with Cash Made Daily. And then once you go to the page, you put in any email address and log in, and it takes you to the thank you page. And
congratulations for looking at the legacy.
All pre-made. All I had to do was this video is already in there, but I uploaded it to YouTube to build Candy's channel. And that way I could put a road to a new start in the title. And then if a person did click on the YouTube there, look at my fingers from the garden, then that would go to Candy's YouTube channel, making it more beneficial. This is all written. All I had to do is change all the links on here, customize it. Then it goes to this page and uploaded another video.
All right, so YouTube. Today I'm going to show with
where I added in another title on the page. Are you eager to get started? Yeah, so these two videos really tell the person what it's about. This is such a great little business to do because it only takes about 2 hours of your time, replacing TV time in the evening, to work on, and it's really fun. So then the person would click here after that, hearing the videos, and then it gets to the product page, and we both went with the big package, and it just gives you 4 products, which is Launchpad, Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, Digital Mastery, and the big program, which holds all the programs, called the Legacy Builder program. Um, the Launchpad you can start with is 100. The Blueprint is 300. And the Digital Mastery is 600. And the Legacy Builder program is 900. But if you bought Launchpad, you could only sell Launchpad. If you bought the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, then you could sell that and the Launchpad. And if you bought the Digital Mastery, then you could sell that, the Blueprint, and Launchpad. And if you buy the $900 Legacy Builder program, you get all four. So you could sell the Digital Mastery, the Blueprint, and Launchpad. These are all introductory programs to learning everything you need to do an online business, starting with how to just get it up, how to make videos, how to do photo editing, how to do social media, how to market, how to even build a digital product, how to create your own online business. But what I like about this business is while you're learning, you have 4 products to sell and practice with, and they're very good products for teaching, as good as college education in e-commerce, and the value is there. But I love that you can get started right away. So I built a really nice introduction for Candy here. I mean, it's way better than mine. It's always easier and better to do for somebody else. And because Candy's been doing so much for me with helping get the trailer done and build the tiny house, I wanted to give a gift that would keep giving. And I thought this was a beautiful thing to do. This Candy will have forever. And every sale is 100% profit. So if you sell a Legacy Builder program for $900, you get $900 100% in your pocket. And then there's a $29 fee for this template and access to the community that they pay on top of it. And that's it. So I think that comes to about $1,200 Canadian. And there's payment plans. And then you never pay again. You can keep selling this over and over and over again to your heart's desire with no ceiling while you're out doing projects and working and going even to a part-time job or a full-time job or school or sleeping for that matter. And it's always up working for you. And that I love. I've already made a few sales. I just made a couple $100 sales, and then I made a $900 sale, and it's already paid for itself. Your first $900 American, then you're broke even. How can you go wrong with that? So this is the sales page, and it explains every product. And then it gets to, all this was already done. I just had to go in and set up well, first I just get a PayPal account and a Stripe account. And then once it got to this part here, there are these links. So I had to program this link to the PayPal account and this link to the Stripe account. And this one here allows payment plan. I think it's also, from what I understand, available to Canadians as well, to use Afterpay or Affirm, like Amazon uses Affirm, to be able to get the system in affordable payments. And then we also offer the options of smaller things. If a person couldn't afford to get in right now or didn't want to finance, I started with the $100 package because I wanted to see what this was about without going in the big package, and you can upgrade. Then the person would just give, like if you bought the $100 package and then wanted to go the $900 package, then the person would just send you a link for the remaining $800, but you'd have to pay the $29 again because that's linked to the template. But that's pretty good. Everything is, you can level up. Yeah, so then I programmed all the orange links. That didn't take very long at all. Where my time in doing this, it wasn't the page. That's very easy. I'd say it would take going slow, watching the videos. It's the time to listen to the videos that takes time, and it's step by step. I just sit there and listen to them, and you can, do sections. That's why in the morning I did the first section. In the afternoon I did the second section with the gateway and the stripe and all that. And then after dinner I worked on the 13 emails that I had to modify, and then I was done. But you could do it over 3-day periods for maybe an hour a day or something, and you'd be up and running. The only thing, Candy didn't have those two pay systems from before, so it took a little bit of time, and I still got to submit 2 pieces of addressed ID. Like, they want a utility bill, 2 utility bills to prove your address, and then a driver's license or a passport or something to prove your ID. And that takes about a day to get approved. Not even, but I would say a day at the longest. Just like when you put your domain name in here. After you go to hbadomains.com, that's the cheapest one I could find, $12.99 a year. The other ones, they offer you that, get a domain for 99 cents your first year, but then you're paying $30 a year. So hbadomains.com is your best place to go. Overall, I'm always looking for the best deals. So anyways, I've got to get those documents in today. The site is running. Then once, like say the person chose to go in here, it opens up to where they put their contact information in and choose PayPal and log out. And once that happens, then they get an email. When the order form goes through, this goes through, it's a 2 payment process. So you first pay the $900, and then it says for access to the community and the template is $29, and then you pay that, and then you're finished. And right away you get a login, and you have to create a username and a password, and then that gives you access to the community, and then you follow the videos and do everything. And I'll show you what that looks like too. So then you get this page here. Welcome to your digital growth product dashboard. And in here, now you get access to all the programs that come with Legacy Builder. Then you click on the link, and it takes you to how to get started. Dashboard has about 110 videos to go through, and they're short, some are long, but as far as learning. And then here it explains what you get, and this is a resell right template, giving you consent to sell it over and over and over again, along with all the schooling and courses inside and information. And then set your brain up. It explains the 2-hour workday that we're doing, so that you do income action stuff, not fluffy stuff that actually makes you money. You want to use your 2 hours as good as you can so that you can get other stuff done. People waste time just fooling around, talking on social media or organizing their workspace. But this is 2 hours of applied application and strategic methods of what to do exactly so you're making money every day. We call this system our freedom machine. And they also here show you and tell you how to get the domain. Again, I say go to HBA Domains. They suggest GoDaddy and some of the others, but I find them more expensive. And then they Oops, my phone's dying. Yeah, so the phone was down to 5%, and I have to let that charge. But as I was saying, it took a while yesterday because Candy just got the computer a year ago and hasn't used it, so I had a lot of stuff to set up. And then also, the person didn't have all the social media platforms, they just had Facebook. So I had to set up, just get a TikTok account, Instagram account, X account. Um, what else? So, set up the YouTube account. And so I could set up the videos. So, as a new person, fresh, like brand new laptop and everything, yeah, it's going to take you a day or two to do this. But if you already have all the social platforms, this is a walk in the park. It's very easy. Um, and I also set up Linktree and did a little bit of SEO into the pages, which they explain in the videos to get better results in the search engines. Um, so they say a 2-hour workday, but initially when you get started, I'd say to be safe, um, give yourself time. It'll probably be about a week of, getting the stuff, a day to set up the website and get the Stripe and PayPal working and your domain. It takes about 24 hours for the domain to propagate, which means connect to your website. So probably what you'll do is set up the first part and then take a break. And then the next day it'll say it's active and ready. Then you can continue with the rest. Maybe if you broke it up into like an hour and a half a day, you could do it over 3 days. Plus, why rush? This is forever, right? You weren't doing it before. Like a garden, it takes some time to prep, um, or painting or building. So Rome wasn't built in a day. But once it's up, like after I get those documents in and the links are for the payment thing is working properly, I never have to go in there and touch that again. It'll just be there, and basically for Candy, it'll be business cards, word of mouth, because that person is old school. And then just putting up some social links and making a few cute little videos and putting up some free classified ads. They show you how to do that in the system. Yeah, so why I'm telling you about this is also part of my day too. So while I'm out working in the yard and on things, I take a rest, then I work on the computer a little bit, which just replaced the silly stuff I used to do, making just personal videos or putting up personal pictures or taking food pictures. Now all I do is just add in my domain name or a description to my business. Like, so that's no different than what I used to do before I had a business. It's just adding in that extra little thing to get people to take a look at something that will make their life better and increase their income so they can spend more time with their families, enjoy the summers out at camp, go on vacations, and even just have money secure in the bank in case there's job insecurity. And that is so important. And even with Candy, it's nice to have retirement money. Candy wants to travel, and it's just nice to have extra cash coming in. It's kind of like Christmas. Yeah, and speaking of Christmas, this would make a really good gift. You could put it through your system and then um, or give the person the 1,200 bucks and then put it through their banking, and then the 900 or whatever, or what, the 1,200, that's Canadian, but the 900 American would come back to you if you had a young teenager or a high school student or a college student. They have summer holidays to work on something for their mind and allow them to have a business experience, and they could make money. And you know how kids are staying home with their parents for years and years and years these days. Well, it would give them the ability to uh, grow their wings and fly, and you will know in your heart that they are off to a good start and have the mind and ideas to launch from there. and become successful, like some of those people you see on YouTube, who are doing amazing within a year or so, just writing a digital book, or just even doing the simple thing like this. You don't have to do anything further than this. But young people, they're so talented and they have tech skills. Once they have something to get their mind focused into something, it just gets a momentum and goes from there, and they stay on a good path. They don't get in trouble. They start to get proud of what they're doing, and that's why I think this is super good for young kids. This is also good for people like Candy, early retirement. You have time now to learn something new and not worry about the future, and have fun doing something. Keeps your mind busy, keeps you growing, keeps the brain active. I remember here at the house, I'd always get the older person that was here books and puzzles and just good things to keep the brain active, so that the speaking skills stay, and the cognition. All these things are good for aging and staying at the healthiest optimum potential that human can be. Yeah, and it certainly doesn't interfere with your regular life, because you're just replacing TV time or um, internet, Facebook scrolling the wall time, or your YouTube viewing time, or whatever. You still have all your time in the day. And then when winter comes and things slow down, you can give it more time. And that's why we call it passive income, because you're making the money without uh, trading so much time for the return. Um, Once you get super good at this, after a year of just working on it, an hour a day, 2 hours a day of learning, watching some videos, you're gonna see growth in yourself, um, and you're making money. If you focus more on the self growth and sharing to help others, the money just comes. But when you think about it as all I care about is money, then your flow and your learning curve and your just enjoyment of it kind of goes out the window, and it almost hinders you. But if you take it as you're learning a course, like say you invested money in a course to learn stained glass windows, well, there you've invested a large chunk of money, but that doesn't make you more money unless you make things out of the learning stuff that you did, stained glass. But that's very time consuming. With this, you can use that time to just hobby the skills of whatever. But this will always work for you in the background, and with the same amount of money, you are learning skills, and then you can walk away and go do other things, and this is still making money for you. But my example about taking a class and learning a craft is, you don't think about business or making money, or some urgency or concern. You just go with the flow. You learn how to do it. Takes some time. You go to the classes for 6 months, and you don't think about the material cost or anything. You just enjoy the process. And everything in life the journey and the process is what's great. And with me, this is almost like leisure. I'm always working out there, doing. And this is relaxing for me. I sit at my computer, I learn a little bit of stuff, I get excited in my mind, I make videos, do some media stuff, and then I got a break from all that routine work stuff. And eventually, I'm probably going to shift right over to more of this, and then more of enjoying the income, going to see things, vacationing, traveling, even working on the interior design of my tiny house, and spending time with people where I don't feel the urgency. And whenever I visit someone, I always feel, oh, I gotta go, I gotta get back to work, I gotta do these things, there's so much I gotta do. I gotta worry about the rent, worry about the bill payments. Then with this, money's coming in. I don't have to, I can spend some time, 3 days, sitting with my family and friends and not have any of that in my mind, concerned about, oh, gotta make sure everything's okay. That's what I love about this. Eventually, it's going to get there. I know it's when you first look at something like this, until you see some results, you think, "Oh yeah, right." But no, seriously. And when you're like the law of attraction and manifestation, the less you think about it and just know, it just seems to happen. It's like, oh, I got another payment. That's cool. And then you start believing and knowing that it's working. It's going to be okay. And you might have some quiet times, dry spells or whatever, but that also has to do with, well, where are you putting the information out there? Um, but that's okay. And you can go like crazy and bank up some money. And then you can take a break. And then you can monitor all that. You're in control. It's not like, you know, say you banked all the money, but you still got to go to the job or you're going to lose it, or you can't get the vacation time. You have to always work around everything. This allows you to make your own choices. You can put the time in, make the money, slow down a bit. Just put up a little thing here and there just to keep your algorithm and your social media going. Um, and then you can take a little bit of time away because we have the community. So you don't even have to worry about the people you signed up. Once they get started, they're going to go off to the races in their own world and their own uh, ideas. And if you're not there to ask that one question, they'll go, "Oh, that's okay. I guess they're busy. I'll just go type the thing in the community, and someone will be glad to give the answer there." And there's no worries. We all help each other. And we'll see what's inside there. It's pretty exciting. Well, it's the end of another day. If you like what you heard, check out the page, and there'll be more progress reports in the future. Fiona Blackstar, cashmadedaily.com.